circuits are busy. Try again later.
Oh, great, it's busy!
All circuits are still busy.
Don't tell me.
Didn't you hear me?
But
It's busy!
I'm sorry, lady.
I hope you enjoyed that as much as I enjoyed making it. Music was brought to you by Kafune Piano. They are a channel that does piano covers of games or anime, and they have a whole playlist full of Twisted Wonderland piano covers, so I suggest you check that out. Now, before we get into it, I want to take a moment to appreciate that this game has lasted this long in North America. While, yes, every game will end sooner or later, but some end way too soon. For example, Obey Me Nightbringer has announced that they will stop producing new content for that game. While it's not going to shut down, it's not going to give us new content. And then there are games like Code Geass Lost Stories that went dark 2 weeks before its first anniversary. I am still heartbroken about that. So, Twisted Wonderland making it 3 years is actually pretty incredible. And it's because of players like you and me who play and talk about it online. Now, fair warning, some images are in Japanese, but they still represent what we're going to get in the 3rd anniversary. So with that out of the way, let's go ahead and get started. The party begins January 20th and concludes February 2nd. You can get up to 240 gems just by logging in for 12 of those days. On top of that, we will get 3 tenfold key sets. Not all at once, though. Our first set will be given on the 20th, and then the second on the 26th, and the final set given on the 28th. If my information is correct, by the way. I should probably mention that the information is subject to change. Our free card this year will be Ceremonial Robe Grimm. He is a water and flora card and will be given after completing the first chapter, and will officially join your roster after completing the event and collecting 500 orange tuna cans. This might seem a daunting task, but all lesson rewards will be boosted during this event, so not only is this possible, but I just snuck in some information and saved me from making a new section. So, yeah, good for me. Grimm will also get an XP boost as well. Of course, there are stamp missions. So, to prevent this already long video from being even longer, I won't go over the missions in detail, but I will tell you that we will get 2 rounds. One will launch on the 20th, and the last one will launch on the 26th. You can check out the missions and get them done for goodies and gems and keys. Like last year, our standard showcase transforms into the anniversary showcase. I want to note that any pity gauge progress will roll over and roll back, so if you're close to getting that SSR, then you have nothing to worry about. What makes this showcase special is that we will get tokens with every pull. As usual, it is 1 token per pull and 10 per tenfold pull. So, why should you care? Well, I'm about to go over 2 awesome items that you might want to check out. So for 100 tokens, or 100 pulls, you can buy the Anniversary Magical Key, and with it, exchange any birthday boy or birthday jacket that you missed out on. This is an incredible deal, and something that I wouldn't pass up, because starting next month, the birthday boy and birthday jacket cards will not be on rate-up anymore during birthdays. While, yes, they will have a mixed showcase, but that's far into the future, so I will cross that bridge when we get to it. Just be sure that they are not going away forever, but this is a good chance to get what you missed. This next one, however, it's quite a doozy. Now, if you have 150 tokens, you can get your hands on the Event SSR Magical Key. Basically, every Event SSR whose respective event had a rerun, you can exchange that key for one of those cards. On the screen are the available cards, but as you can see, we have both of the Beanfest SSRs, the Halloweens, Masquerade, Phantom Bridegrooms, both Fairy Gala cards, Star Sending Deuce, and more. I was thinking of finally getting myself the Beanfest Floyd, but now that I have Surfer Floyd, I think I'll save it for another event. However, there are some incredible cards here available, so really consider that. Now, as for the shops themselves, we have the Tuna Can and the Token Shop. The Token Shop will have your magical keys as well as copies of Grimm cards from previous anniversaries, like the Striped Ribbon Grimm and the Lab Grimm, as well as the new Ceremonial Robe Grimm. But before that, you have to purchase original copies from the Tuna Shop. The Tuna Shop is where you can actually purchase the first copy of your Grimm cards, plus all the Tuna Can enhancement materials. You can also purchase the 3rd anniversary background for yourself. All right, it would not be a Twisted Wonderland event without the bundles. So, they aren't extreme, but let's go ahead and get started. First, we have the Anniversary Celebration Bundle, which will have one 10-fold key set, 10 star bottles, books of all elements, and 2 marks. This will be available for you for 200 paid gems, which isn't a bad deal considering everything you get. The next bundle is the Honey and Refreshment Bundles. For 50 gems each, you can get more honey and more snacks to power up your boys. Once again, not a bad deal, especially the snacks, considering that you can't really buy them in the game. So it's another offer to really take advantage of, in my opinion. The next bundle is the Elemental Spell Boost Bundles. For 50 gems each, you can raise your spell levels by buying these bundles. All elements will be available, and it's a good way to make sure your boys get stronger. I know my dorm Leona could use the textbooks because, once again, they are so hard to collect. Is it just me, or are the textbooks hard to collect? I have enough notebooks and grimoires, but for some reason the textbooks are always elusive to me. Oh my god, okay, I'm sorry. I need to make like Kelly Clarkson and catch my breath. So I'm almost halfway done. There's a lot to cover, I know. Okay, so we are going to go ahead and get started on the new features of the game. And this one is called the Event Flashbacks. I'm going to say this here and now that new players are in for an absolute win right now because if I understand it, you can unlock past events with gems, with gems, and relive all the events as if they were reruns. I'm talking about chapters and maps. The events on screen will be available at once, and once again, these events are as if they had reruns in the past. Now, if you've already cleared them in the past, they will automatically be unlocked and you won't need to pay any gems. I've looked into the game and they're actually not that expensive to unlock. I think I read that there were 9 gems to unlock, so it's actually not that bad. So, what about the event cards we got for playing? All those limited free cards like Fairy Gala Ruggy or Kalim? Well, those are up for purchasing too. You can purchase memory tokens from the gem shop and exchange them at the memory shop that will be added to the main store. After completing the events, I assume after completing the flashbacks as well, the respective characters and mats will be available. So if you are new, missed, or didn't even finish an event, this is your time to shine. So this one might be useful. Now you can set up multiple teams to tackle battles. No more scanning your roster for the right characters because you can pre-make the right team. Make one for each element, one for long battles, or one to nuke the enemy into the next game on your phone, or all of the above. Because you are able to set up to 25 teams. I am so going to have fun with this one for sure. Okay, I am super excited for this feature. I feel like the devs really heard us with this one. So with this, we can now pin our favorite friends so that they can appear every time for battles. This quality of life feature will enhance our event farming because we won't have to refresh our list to find that one friend with the right card, or have that one friend with the 110 riddle with maxed out spells. I mean, my god, this is going to come in handy so much. Is there a favorite moment you want to watch over and over again from the story? Well, with the new bookmark feature, you can save all of your favorite moments or your favorite chapters in one place. You can select the bookmark button in the menu above in the chapter, and you will be able to access it in the story archive. Alright, incoming another cool feature. So we now have the ability to combine 10 single keys into a 10-fold key set. We can do this at the showcase menu at the corner, but I mean, this will make things easier for us polling-wise or to manage our, polling assets. Alright, so you know how Sam has his own mystery boxes and you get the coins from selling items? Well, all of our lessons will get them too. Yes, now lessons will drop coins so that you can use them for their mystery boxes. What you get depends on whose boxes you draw from. Professor Train will focus on honey, Vargas will have snacks since he probably thinks he is one, and Professor Crowley will focus on books and tea. It's quite frankly a new feature that I will probably enjoy and everyone will, and you can get also new and extra goodies from whoever you draw from. So you're probably confused when I mention teas. Well, this is our new item, Friendship Tea. These teas will boost your buddy level depending on the type of tea. Now, from low to high, we have a spot of tea, a cup of tea, and a pot of tea. All of this is just too adorable. I mean, really, having tea with someone is a good way to be better friends with them. We have a couple of updates to our guest room. We can now consume multiple GP for the Crafter's Gauntlet for maximum farming in less time. So we won't have to do, one battle after another. We'd be like, okay, well, I need this amount of logs, but I don't need to consume all of my GP. You can just probably put like 2 or 3, and then you can get your logs like that. We also get a second floor for our rooms for more decorating fun. And on top of all of that, our level cap will be raised. At this point, the new features will be self-explanatory. We are now able to raise our spell levels multiple times at once, which would save us some time. And they also added new voice lines to lessons, so pay attention when your boys are studying. Now, here is a list of miscellaneous quality of life improvements. Battles can now be sped up to 3 times. We can now recover our LP, EP, and GP in bulk instead of 1 at a time. Shorten room invitation times, shop shortcut to the showcase screen so you can know where to spend your tokens, and a new friend sort options, as well as new general missions. The final change will be our weekly missions. So we will no longer need to do 3 and 5 Twisttuns, but now we will need to win 5 and 10 Crafter Gauntlets. I must say, I'm not sure how I feel about this. With Twisttuns, I just put it on and jam out to whatever I'm doing. This will not only take a bit more work, but will need 2 days to complete at most. I remember times where I forget the weekly missions and I get them done within like the final hour. So with this new Crafter Gauntlet mission, that might be hard to pull off. But at the same time, this will help us get material for our rooms, so there are pros and cons to this. And we're just going to have to see where it goes, but it's a change at least. So, I promise this is the last topic to cover. The 3rd anniversary will drop its exclusive Twisttun on the 27th, and will be available in the archive after the event. So, it's just like every single year, and I think this Twisttun will feature the 3rd years, which makes sense if you think about it. Alright. Oh, my Aunt Fanny's girdle. That was so much information. This info dropped like on the 17th, and boy, did I leap into action. I got an outline, storyboard, and script done by the morning of the 18th. Like, I wanted to get this out ASAP, but I want to do it in the most proper way possible. Because, well, I do enjoy this, and if I get a job in something like this, I want to show my future employers that I do know the process. So, with that said, happy 3rd anniversary, everyone. I hope you enjoy it, and let's make it to the 4th. Now, let's also have our eyes on Japan for the 5th anniversary, because that is a good number for big changes. With that said, again, toodles!